What's happening, guys? It's Nagpal for iGyaan.in, and this is the Micromax Superfone Elite A84. I'm going to be doing a quick hands-on video with this device. You see the 0.3 megapixel front-facing camera. You have the earpiece over here, the A84 branding, and the 4-inch capacitive touchscreen display. The 4 soft touch capacitive buttons at the bottom, and a microphone pinhole over here. Tap to pull out the back cover on the right. On the top you have the power lock and unlock button along with the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the left you have the volume rockers. On the bottom you have the micro USB charging data syncing port. On the back you have a 5 megapixel camera with secondary noise cancellation microphone and the speakerphone at the bottom over here. If I pull out the back panel, which I'm quickly going to do, you will see the dual SIM card slots. One is a 2G SIM card slot, one is a 3G SIM card slot, and you will see a 1650 mAh battery pack, which is over here. Let's quickly power it on. It's called the Superfone Elite. So after a long time you get to see the gingerbread lock screen again. So you can see the lock screen, you get date and time information, your network information on the right. Slide from the left to unlock the device, slide from the right to mute or unmute the device. And just quickly tap on through this, skip, and press next. Set up the date and time, and you will see now the standard Micromax version 1 interface. Nothing special over here. You'll be able to quickly browse through this without any issues. Okay, so if I pull down from the top over here, you'll be able to see the notification panel. Very simple, very boring notification panel. No toolkits, nothing special over there. If I scroll through, we have 5 home screens, and pinching on any of the home screen brings us to the center home screen. So that's Micromax's own approach to navigating through home screens. If I quickly tap on all applications, you have the standard Android things over here. You do have a Micromax M Store. You have a SIM management application, and Yumsters is pre-installed. The Times of India application is pre-installed, and that's about it. You also have a WhatsApp download icon, which is over here. Lets you quickly download WhatsApp. If I look at the dialer, it's a pretty standard looking dialer, nothing special. Call logs, contacts, favorites. If I quickly jump into messaging, compose a new message, you'll be able to see their customized touchpad sort of keyboard. It is actually a touchpad keyboard. You can see it at the bottom over here, and you can quickly type to compose, and you can choose which SIM card to send it from, to SIM 1 or SIM 2. You can select that directly from here. And if I quickly open up the internet browser, I'll quickly give you a demonstration of Wi-Fi capabilities. The screen is nice and high resolution. You can see that the colors are really nice and vivid. The interface has been customized a little bit by Micromax, but nothing special. You don't see any special customizations. So now that we're connected to Wi-Fi, I'm going to quickly jump into the Internet Explorer and quickly search for everyone's favorite website, iGyaan. Okay, so I'm gonna not whore ourselves out anymore. Maybe I am, I don't know. So m.igyaan.in is our new mobile website. Works really fast on all sorts of new age smartphone browsers, BlackBerry, Windows Phone, or iOS, Android. Everything works perfectly well. So this is the new quick and snappy interface. However, Kinetic Scrolling does not seem to be very nice on this device. I will quickly switch to the classic website and see how that looks on this phone. And I'll also give you a quick demonstration of portrait to landscape switching and the other remaining things. So if I quickly pinch to zoom out, pinch out to zoom out is what I should say. So you will see that it's loading up our website, and the browser seems comparatively slower compared to other browsers. If I quickly switch from portrait into landscape, the phone will not quickly switch from portrait into landscape. In fact, it didn't even try to switch from portrait into landscape. So maybe there is some sort of orientation setting that needs to be turned on. So I'm going to quickly jump into settings over here. Go into display and see, yes, auto rotate screen was turned off. If I quickly jump back into the internet browser, you can see it's still trying to load. I'm going to ignore that for the time being, and you can see that it switches from portrait into landscape. However, Kinetic Scrolling works and seems to be working really well now. In fact, better than what it is supposed to be working like. If I can pinch in now, you can see it pinches in, and the text is pretty crisp, very crisp indeed. You can pan around fairly smooth. No big issues over there. I'm also going to quickly go into YouTube and look at one of our videos real quick. So let me see if I can find iGyaan and see if I can find one of our recent videos over here. Quickly turn into landscape. Okay, so that's one of my recent videos. If you can see, the screen is very bright and vivid. In fact, it reproduces colors quite nicely. Viewing angles are fairly decent as well, not really as bad as I thought they would be. So that's good. The back cover is loose over there. So that's a basic look at video as well. The speakerphone is loud and clear, no issues with that. Overall, the phone looks decently designed. It does have a Snapdragon processor inside, a 5 megapixel camera at the back. In fact, what I'm going to do now is, before I conclude this video, I'm going to jump into the camera over here and quickly show you what the camera looks like. So I want to know if this is in fact a autofocus camera, but to do that I'll need to insert a memory card. I don't know if you guys can see that there is a slight, in fact there's quite a bit of blue tint over here. I don't know if there's a plastic on the back of the camera lens. It doesn't appear to be a plastic, and a big yellow spot in the center, so the lens may not be good at all. So I am going to insert a micro SD card in there and take a look at the camera. But that's a basic look at the A84 Superfone Elite. Seems a little pricey at first. Initial hands-on, the build quality is really robust. We really like the buttons and the overall look and feel of the device. It has a nice and large high resolution 4-inch display, a 1 GHz Snapdragon processor, possibly Qualcomm processor inside. No real details are available, but it does have that. It does have dual SIM card slots. Android 2.3.6. I don't know why, because now they're starting to ship out phones with ice cream sandwich. I have no real idea why they've shipped this one out with gingerbread. For more unboxing videos, reviews and tutorials, log on to iGyaan.in. If you have any questions or queries, do leave them in the comment section below on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Do subscribe to our YouTube channels, youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaanTV. For iGyaan Networks, this has been Bharat Nakwa. Thank you guys for watching.